Hi, I'm Mark Thomas, and this is my Comms 101 Persuasive Speech. Here's my audience. Hello, I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about nuclear power and some of the advantages of nuclear power versus fossil fuel coal burning plants and the effects of these plants on the environment and some of the safety concerns. Do you ever think about your children, their children, your grandchildren, and what type of world we're leaving for them with our actions now in this power production, as far as the depletion of the ozone layer, global warming, and the use of our natural resources? Nuclear power is a way to get away from all that. It is a much cleaner source of energy than any of the other forms that we have. The big deal with nuclear power is the safety concerns. And the safety concerns, now the media and these anti-nuclear activists make it out to be worse than it is. We're living in a world where the viewpoints have been warped, based on the 1979 Three Mile Island accident and the 1986 Chernobyl explosion. And that's what people think of when they think of nuclear power, the safety issues. Since these accidents, the NRC has been formed, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, and they have strict regulations and guidelines that have been put in place because of these actions, and since these actions, to where they're no longer safety concerns. Reactor designs have been drastically improved. The training has been improved. The technicians and operators that run these plants, the training we go through now is extensive and continuing training. We're always in training, learning better and safer ways to operate these plants. We have control room simulators to practice on all the events that could happen, where we're ready for them, and automated safety features that have been added. So events like 3 Mile Island and Chernobyl, it's the odds of something like that happening again are virtually none. The big deal is the effect on the environment and how much cleaner nuclear is versus fossil fuels and coal burning plants. Right now, the United States, we're around 50% of our power production now is from coal burning plants, and these coal burning plants are the #1 producer of carbon emissions in the United States. According to the EPA, the studies they've done, and Joe Smith, the author of The Pros and Cons of Nuclear Power, they've analyzed this data and actually have a chart here, and this is the CO2 emissions per capita of different countries in the world. And over here in the red, you'll see United States is by far the next closest country to us is half of the CO2 emissions we have in the United States. Another big issue with the environment is oil spills and the mining of these fossil fuels and the damage it does to rivers, lakes, streams, and oceans, mining for this coal, which you wouldn't have with nuclear power. And the oil spills for getting oil from overseas, and you take those out of the equation with nuclear power. And the world's population is growing at a rapid rate. There is around 145 people every minute born in the world, which is 2.4 people a second. And as the population increases, our demand for electricity is going to increase. And as the demand for electricity increases, the more mining for this coal and oil and stuff that we're going to have, and that's the more damage it does to the environment. So basically, what I'm saying today is nuclear power is not a fix-all that's going to solve every environmental problem, but it's a start. It's a big step in the right direction. It's something that we have to do as a society to go ahead and take that step to be sure that we keep, these natural resources, here available for our children. As we're told in the Bible that, Jesus created, or God created, this world for us and the people in it, and we're supposed to take care of it, the way He would take care of it. And so I'll leave you today with nuclear power is not the solve-all answer for everything, but it's a big step in the right direction. And if we want our children to have the same luxuries we had today in a world, they can prosper in, we need to, take that step and lean more toward nuclear power and get away from using the fossil fuels and the coal-fired plants. Thank you.
That's good. 5 minutes, 10 seconds.
Perfect.